I cannot lie, that shit is boring. I cannot lie, bro. The NBA has just gotten so boring over the last, like, 7 years, man. It is at an all-time low. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I do know what's going on. It's like so many negative things coming together for the viewer to not be entertained at all, right? So dude, fucking Aaron Gordon, what's the guy on fucking Jamal Murray? He just came out and said, nah, man, I don't even watch the All-Star game. The All-Star game is boring. A fucking All-Star is sitting there saying that the All-Star game is boring. And it is boring, man. It hasn't been fun for like the last 10 years. The players don't care about the game. Most of the players deny going to the All-Star game because they're getting a break. They want to hang out with their family and shit. And it's just not entertaining anymore, bro. Like, the dunk contest means nothing. The three-point contest doesn't mean shit. And the best three-pointers and dunkers won't even go to the shit. And it goes on even deeper, right? Like injuries. I don't know what's going on in the NBA, but injuries are at an all-time high. Something we haven't seen in the last 10 years. You go back 10 years ago, 2016, the fucking injuries we have on a monthly basis, weekly basis is insane, man. I love Wemby. I love him, but he's not healthy. He's most of the time not playing. And I think that adds on to like it not being entertaining. Your favorite players are out there. They're getting injured. I don't know what it is. And I feel like it has to do with that 80 game schedule. And it definitely does have to, because going into that 80 game schedule, bro, there's matches that there's some matches that I don't even give a fuck about. And I feel like the average fan doesn't give a fuck about either. Once we kind of hit that halfway point in the NBA regular season, we already know teams are going to tank. The teams are going to make the playoffs, teams that are not going to make the playoffs. And it becomes just like, why the fuck am I watching them if I'm not a fan of them? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm going to be honest. When the Pelicans play the Kings, I'm not turning that shit on. When the Kings play the Portland Trailblazers, I'm not turning that shit on. Bro, it's just so many things bad. And you don't even get me started on that fucking, the refing. The refereeing in the modern NBA is horrific. It's horrific, man. Guys are getting teched up for bouncing the ball, saying something, saying that. Teched up, oh, he's out of the game. You're like, bro, what the fuck is going on, man? There's a foul every 5 seconds. Don't even get me started on Shea. And I like Shea as a player. I think he's talented. But, bro, what's going on with them in OKC and how the referees are reffing how he plays, bro? It's unwatchable. I'd be just so bored of watching that shit, man. And I love to watch the young guys play, like Wemby, like I said, Luka, Anthony Edwards. All those guys are super entertaining to watch, but it's just like, man, sometimes, bro, I just couldn't give a fuck. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I could not care about that shit sometimes, man. And I think the difference between the NBA and the NFL is like, every single game matters in the NFL. Every game. I've lived in Charlotte my whole life, all right? I'm a fan of the Panthers, but I'm mainly a fan of the Baltimore Ravens. I've been a Ravens fan my whole life, a Panthers fan because I live in Charlotte. And, dude, the Panthers started off ass. But I tell you this, I was watching every single one of their games, bro, because it's slightly overtime because every game matters, bro. Like, you'd be like, all right, the first game matters. Okay, they lose and bada bing. Same thing with the Ravens. The Ravens were really bad early in the season. I think we were 1-4, and we won 5 games in a row. You know what I'm saying? It's like every game matters, even to the fucking last straw. When the Panthers, what would they play? The Buccaneers, and they lost, but I think the Saints or the Falcons won against the Saints. Bro, that was crazy. And it's like those two teams already aren't making it to the playoffs, right? But I'm tuning in to watch them because it kind of contributes to the entirety of what are the Panthers in the AFC, North, I don't know, NFC. It contributes to all of NFL. And I feel like the NBA, it gets to a point where it's like, man, I kind of just don't care. You know, now once the end season happens of the NBA, oh, they're fighting for that last spot. Okay, now it's a little entertaining. Now guys are out there trying and shit. But, man, when it hits this midpoint right before the All-Star game and a little bit after the All-Star game, man, nobody fucking cares, man. I'm gonna be so honest. It just gets so boring. And I feel like, bro, and I feel like as a fan of basketball, as a fan of the NBA, it was not like this 10 years ago, Chad. I'm telling you. And you know what? And that's another thing as well. The rivalries, everybody's buddy with each other, man. Back in the day, man, it was fuck the Spurs, Kobe Bryant. We fuck Kobe Bryant. And then even in my time growing up, when I was a teenager and a kid in high school, middle school, we had like the Cavaliers and the Warriors like competition. You know, they were like, hey, fuck the Cavaliers. I still hate Steph Curry to this day. You know what I'm saying? I fucking still hate Steph Curry for beating LeBron all those times because I'm a LeBron fan. And I think that is gone completely. There are no more team rivalries. No one gives a fuck anymore, man. Not only that, like, don't even get me started on the Eastern Conference. It's so weak. It is just the most weakest fucking conference ever made, bro. Like, oh my God. Everyone in the fucking East sucks. The East has the Pistons at number 1, the Knicks at 2, Celtics at 3, kind of impressive. Raptors at 4, Cavaliers at 5, 76ers at 6, Heat at 7, 8 at Magic at 8, 9 at Bulls. But it's just like, bro, the East, I don't even watch it anymore. And then even like, I feel like the most hype moments in the NBA come around like drama and shit. You know, like when the trade rumors are happening. And, you know, like the biggest rumor right now is like, Giannis is going to get traded, right? He's looking for a new home and shit. And even then, right, at this time of the NBA, everybody's supposed to be hyped. Like, oh my God, they're going to make these trades. Don't nobody give a fuck. Don't nobody care about any other trade other than Giannis, bro. That's it. There's nobody cares about anything else. You know, last year it was like big things going on. Oh, who's going here? Who's going there? Like now it's just, we focus on Giannis. And then even with that drama, it's on and off every day. It's like, oh, does Giannis want to stay in Milwaukee? No. Does he want to leave? Is he going to go to the Warriors? Is he going to go to the Heat? Is he going to go to the fucking Golden State Warriors? Like I said, I don't know, bro. It's a nightmare. And I feel like, bro, the game of basketball and NBA, it's gotten so boring over the years. And it just wasn't like this as a kid, bro. I just can't even watch a game anymore. I used to turn the Spurs on all the time. I like watching the Spurs, the Rockets, the Hornets, the Lakers, obviously. I like watching Luka and shit, but I can't even turn it on anymore, bro. I honestly could not give a fuck about anything that has to do with the NBA. And hopefully that gets better over time. I do feel like the long schedule of the 80 games makes it kind of hard as a fan to keep up with that shit. But the playoffs are coming soon. I think when's the playoffs? April or some shit? I don't know. When the playoffs happen, I'll be there watching it. But as of right now, man, I really couldn't care less. And I think, honestly, when LeBron, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant gets out of the league, like, I'm going to watch Wemby and shit, all the young guys, but I feel like there might be, like, a very large decline in viewers after those, like, really OG players get out the league. You know, Paul George's, the Kyrie Irvings, the LeBron Jameses, all those old players we grew up watching. I feel like they'll definitely, with them leaving, the views will definitely go down a little bit. But, man, it's just so boring, man. That's all I got to say.